What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I don't know, man. I don't know. Timothy Bradley has some very interesting things. He said Canelo used to run out of stamina, run out of energy, but not any longer. We about to talk about that in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys all smash the like button for the hottest, the latest, and greatest, the dope content. Boxingego, we working. Now, very interesting stuff from none other than Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley did an interview, and I want to get to his quotes. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. I feel like the walls are closing in for Canelo Alvarez. Payday. You want payday? I know that. Now, it seems like Devin Haney got the game open. When he released that series of tweets, it's like people started to open up and say things that maybe they always felt, but they were too shy or they needed some clearance to say. But now, lately, you've seen Devin Haney go in on Canelo's gym, Caleb Plant, and now Tim Bradley. He didn't go in. He put some respect on Canelo's name, but we'll get into his quotes, what he did say. Link in the description. Now, Tim Bradley, he says, quote, Canelo used to get tired. I'm telling you, he used to get tired. And that's a guy with 40-something fights at that time. In the Danny Jacobs fight, he got tired a couple beforehand. I know that was some time ago, a few years ago, but he would get tired in the second half. In the first Triple G, hell no, guys, have Max, yeah, Max. He says in the first Triple G fight, Canelo, he got tired. But then all of a sudden, he was walking guys down, and this guy, Canelo, is not getting tired anymore. So Bradley seems a little bit suspicious, like there's some red flags going on. This guy is knocking out guys now, breaking faces, and that raises a red flag. That's all I can tell you. I wouldn't say that he is, but I'm just saying. And I think the facts are there, and these are the fighters. I think it's kind of odd. We'll see in the Caleb Plant fight. Wow. So Bradley spoke some of that truth that y'all hate ever so much. Bradley he wanted to get a little piece of that. Now, listen, we as a society have gotten to a point where people say you're hating if you don't say what they want you to say. You know, I've noticed that on my channel. I get it. You know, people all of a sudden they say you hating because you're not basically saying what they want you to say. Canelo Alvarez, you have to look at it. The great Ego Stradamus strikes again. Timothy Bradley is telling you exactly what I've told you on my channel. Now, you can try to bang on the situation or whatever and not comprehend and compute the information, or you have to look at what's being said. Canelo Alvarez went from a point where he was really getting tired in fights. I mean, we've seen in multiple fights. The Shane Mosley fight, stamina issues. Even though he stopped Angulo, I think it was in the 11th round, he started getting tired and he has to conserve himself. And then later on, you know, in the Jacobs fight, the Triple G fight, and you look at Canelo Alvarez. Let's be real with each other. You look at Canelo Alvarez today, he's moved up in weight, and a couple years ago he failed a drug test for clenbuterol, which helps your respiratory system. Now you have someone else in his gym, Oscar Valdez, has phentermine in his system, and somehow he's being allowed to continue to fight. You can see how none of this stuff looks good from the Eddie Reynoso gym. And that's why I think Tim Bradley and other people are getting more confident and comfortable saying these things, because it's stuff that people always may have noticed, but some people need that clearance to discuss it. If you don't believe me, go watch Triple G 1 and 2 and Jacob's fight. Those are the more recent fights. But then when he's fighting Billy Joe Saunders and he's beating the hell out of Caleb Smith for 12 rounds and he's throwing all these creative punches and stuff like that, his stamina is magically improved. So we want to know what Canelo has done different, because he was always a student of the game. He was always a fighter who stayed in shape. So what's the magic potion that's happening right now that has yielded these results for Canelo? Because typically you don't see it for fighters. Most fighters aren't fine wine in the sense of, as time goes on, like Canelo, it looked like he had knee problems. He was having issues with his knee. And then now all of a sudden, Canelo Alvarez is the stamina machine. Just looks weird. And I agree with the boy Tim Bradley. Now, I don't want to include him because I don't know if this was who he was referring to, but I thought it was eerily similar to what we're talking about with the Canelo situation. Now you can ask for clarification because he didn't say a name. I'm saying the shoe kind of fits. Leonard Ellerby posted this of Mayweather Promotion. All of a sudden you got fighters who move up in weight classes and weren't punchers before. Now they're strong as uck, punching through the target, get the uck out of here. And I responded to Leonard. I said, that's looking real sus. Where did you get power from in the higher weight categories? You know what I mean? And Leonard responded to me, and that's that. So at the end of the day, I don't know who Leonard, I can't speak for him, so I don't know who he's referring to, but that tweet actually fits Canelo as well, based on the fact that Canelo, look at it, he stopped Angulo, but Angulo, he didn't like stop him, like how he stopped Kovalev. I told you the Kovalev fight looked FAF. Now people are, Tim Bradley and other people are coming to the table telling you what I've been told you, right? You went up to 175. You said Kovalev was the best, even though at that time we know that was cap and he wasn't the best man up there, right? You could have fought Beterbiev or Bivol. You stayed away from them, and then you destroy something Eliter Alvarez and Andre Ward didn't do with 1 or 2 punches in a fight where Canelo looked sloppy. And then now all of a sudden, like Tim Bradley's saying, like I've been telling you, Canelo Alvarez's stamina is golden. So something's up. Either your level of competition or you're doing something weird in the fights. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think it could be in that comment section. But it is something to note because Canelo Alvarez literally had these issues with stamina and they've magically just disappeared out of nowhere. And again, usually fighters don't work in reverse like that. You know what I mean? Where a fighter gets older and his body breaks down and you had 50 plus fights and then you move up in weight and then the guys can't take your power or accept your power the same. Or you're just a lot of training camps, that's a lot of wear and tear in your body. So how does your stamina increase when you weren't known for that before? What were you doing then versus now? Where you can how do you have stamina issues in a lighter division and then you move up in weight and you move up in more weight and then your stamina issues just vanish? So were you scrunching yourself into a division and you were weight drained every time you were fighting? But it looks weird, you know, the Jacobs fight. And that's the thing. Look at the last live dogs he fought, Jacobs and Triple G. Those fights have looked significantly different than Canelo's DAZN Eastern European diet, right? It's just what it is. Canelo, when he's fighting Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Smith, he's looking God tier. But then when he fought Jacobs, his stamina issue was there. He fought Triple G, you know, guys that we rate, his stamina issue is there. I think the fans are going to start demanding more and more from Canelo and more answers. So I'm looking forward to this Caleb Plant fight because there's a lot of controversy surrounding Eddie Reynoso's gym, specifically right now. And I want to see how they embrace it. And Eddie Reynoso's gym really can't afford to have any more mess ups and anybody else fail a drug test, because people like Devin Haney have spoken out, Caleb Plant. Then you also have Tim Bradley, who's basically suggesting like, hey, how do you get this newfound stamina in the higher weights? And he's walking through guys. Leonard Ellerby, he didn't again say who he was referring to, but the shoe kind of fits a guy like Canelo Alvarez. How do you move up? Like, you fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and he was like a walking punching bag and weight drain, and you hit him with every single shot that you threw and you don't stop him. And other guys like Danny Jacobs made him quit, and Andres Fonfara made Chavez Jr. quit. So what's the difference with this new Canelo? How is he all of a sudden Superman? David Benavidez's dad talked about this as well. Like, Canelo's all of a sudden Superman. So the walls are closing in on Canelo Alvarez. You can say I'm hating or whatever. That's great. Answer the question. The walls are closing in because more professionals, trainers, fighters, they're starting to say like, I don't know. What have you done different? Why is your stamina better? And like I said, this is after he failed a drug test. So people are going to wonder for that. And then Canelo Alvarez also said he was doing year-round testing, and I think that fell by the wayside. So very interesting point in his career. We'll see how the Caleb Plant fight, we'll see how that, pans out. But at the end of the day, let me know what you guys think it is. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego, signing off. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work.